Beyond the smile that Al Roker offered the world each morning, warm, reassuring, and seemingly effortless, lay a series of private battles that unfolded far from the cameras, battles marked by vulnerability, uncertainty, and a quiet reckoning with his own limits. And beside him, through it all, stood Deborah Roberts, whose strength did not announce itself, but revealed its power through constancy and grace. Al had long understood the role of optimism, how humor could disarm fear and familiarity could comfort millions. Yet there were moments when maintaining that public brightness required more energy than he felt he possessed, moments when illness, fatigue, and self-doubt pressed in, asking him to confront parts of himself he had spent years deflecting with laughter. Health challenges became turning points rather than footnotes, forcing him to slow down in a life built on momentum. And in that slowing, he encountered emotions he had little time to process before: fear of loss, frustration with vulnerability, and the humbling realization that strength could no longer be measured by endurance alone. Deborah, watching closely but never intrusively, understood that support did not mean fixing what could not be fixed, but creating a space where fear could exist without shame, where silence could be shared without discomfort. Her strength emerged not in dramatic gestures, but in early mornings spent listening, in steady encouragement offered without pressure, and in the unwavering belief that Al was more than the sum of his roles or physical capabilities. Together, they learned that partnership is often tested not by conflict, but by circumstance, by how two people respond when certainty dissolves and the future feels fragile. Al grappled with the identity shift that comes when the body demands attention, when independence gives way to reliance, and he questioned how much of himself had been defined by resilience rather than reflection. Deborah, grounded and perceptive, recognized that his struggle was not just physical but emotional, shaped by the challenge of accepting care after years of being the caretaker of joy for others. She balanced compassion with honesty, reminding him that rest was not surrender and that vulnerability could coexist with dignity. Their private world became a place of recalibration, where priorities were quietly reordered and assumptions gently dismantled. Deborah's strength lay in her ability to hold both hope and realism, to acknowledge uncertainty without letting it dominate the narrative of their lives. As Al navigated recovery and reassessment, he began to see how deeply her steadiness influenced his own healing, how her presence offered reassurance not through words but through consistency. There were moments when fear lingered unspoken, when both understood the gravity of the situation without naming it, trusting that shared understanding did not require explanation. Deborah's resilience was shaped by her own journey, her awareness that love does not shield one from hardship, but provides the tools to face it with clarity and courage. She maintained her own sense of purpose and identity, modeling a balance that reminded Al that strength is multifaceted, that it includes adaptability, patience, and self-respect. Publicly, the smile remained, but privately it softened, no longer a mask, but a reflection of gratitude for survival, for partnership, for the quiet victories that occur outside the spotlight. Al learned that asking for help did not diminish his worth, and Deborah reaffirmed that standing beside someone through uncertainty is not an act of sacrifice, but of choice. Their journey revealed that private battles do not always demand triumph. Sometimes they require acceptance, recalibration, and trust in the process of healing. Beyond the smile existed a deeper narrative of resilience, shaped by mutual respect, emotional honesty, and unwavering support. A story in which Deborah's strength did not overshadow Al's struggle, but complemented it, allowing both to emerge changed but connected, grounded in the understanding that true partnership is revealed not in moments of ease, but in the courage to face life's most difficult chapters together.